Here we are in Salford in the early 1960s as we take a drive up Frederick Road and onto Broad Street. This rare colour home footage is part of a series of videos donated to Salford Online by the Lamb family. We start at Windsor Bridge on Frederick Road with traffic coming out of Strawberry Road. Is that a Bedford van? Anders Glasses on the left and the newly built Spruce Court is in the distance. On the right is Pendleton Baths, where generations of Salfordians learnt to swim, myself included. On the left is a Regent petrol station, now part of Salford University's car park. There seems to be little traffic on the road. There's not even traffic lights at the junction with Broad Street. Plenty of shops on Broad Street are visible, including Riding's store. Here is a great view of Burton's store, which had Madam Jones's Dance Academy above it, later the Cage nightclub. Next door is the Greyhound Pub, a regular haunt for students at the nearby Technical College. This is the same route taken up Frederick Road today, and you can see quite a number of differences. A sign saying Week Bridge 7.5 tonne limit, advertising for mobile phones. On the right hand side are the newly built Autofit garage and Salford convenience store. Anders Glass is still there on the left, but notice how many trees and the greenery on the site of the old Pendleton Baths. Again, the tower blocks dominate the skyline on Salford Precinct. As we turn left onto Broad Street, Spruce and Magnolia Court are clearly visible, plus the numerous road signs and road markings, bus and cycle lanes, inconceivable in the early 1960s. Here we are back on Broad Street. There's a lot less traffic and road signs. The big building on the left was the Co-op building, which dealt with funeral inquiries. Also the numerous bus stops dotted along Broad Street with the green and yellow Salford livery. A yellow Ford Anglia car overtakes us. This was a very common model, but today it would be a collector's item. It's nice to see the Windsor Bridge Tavern on the left. This was a popular Wilson's house. Note the customers sat on the wall outside, possibly waiting for it to open. There's one even sat on the doorway if you look closely. The big building on the left was Thomas Bradford's engineering works, long demolished. In front of us the yellow Ford Anglia is turning right into Cross Lane. Back on Broad Street, retracing our steps, it is noticeable how the road has changed. It seems somehow wider, also the number of trees and greenery, I think it's pleasing to see. The site of the Windsor Bridge Tavern and Thomas Bradford's engineering works have long gone, been built over by the Salford University Annex. Note the very futuristic streetlights, also a glimpse of the dreaded McDonald's in the background. This shot was taken outside Salford Art Gallery and is looking towards Salford Precinct. Look at the man in the tweed suit, you don't see people wearing those these days. The large black and white timbered building, darkened by Salford smog, is the Working Class Movement Library. At this time it was a Queen Victoria nursing home. The newly built Thorn Court and Spruce Courts are clearly visible in the background. These house thousands of Salford families over the years. The road lamps seem very old-fashioned, with wires slung across the road. Also there's very little traffic on the road. Not every family could afford a car, and it's nice to see the green and yellow livery Salford buses, which most people would have used in those days, no doubt heading towards Manchester. Compare that view today. The large building on the left is now the Working Class Movement Library, but the road layout has changed dramatically, with bus and cycle lanes, road markings, speed humps and new bus stops. The Arriva bus, it's not a patch on the old green and yellow liveried Salford ones. This is Fire Station Square, when it was a fully operational fire station, with the huge sliding doors that let the fire engines out. A black police van is seen crossing the square. We used to call them Black Mariahs, I don't know if that saying still goes today. The Crevant Police Station was on the left of this shot. It has to be said that the fire station is a really imposing building, with a clock tower and terracotta frontage. The present day view shows a massive difference. The fire station is now offices with the Salford University staff based there. There's now a fountain in the once cobbled square, grass has been laid and trees planted, making it a lot more tranquil. This rare footage shows Windsor roundabout at the junction of Broad Street and Cross Lane. On the right is Thomas Bradford's engineering works. Plenty of buses travelling along Broad Street. The large radio TV shop on the corner. That site was known as Jean's Corner, after a large chemist shop that stood there on that site for many years.